Welcome back to the channel, everyone. So 11/11 sales are around the corner, Halloween is around the corner, Black Friday is around the corner. Every sale that we could think of is just around the corner. And so I want to start early and I want to talk about the classics on AliExpress. Right, by classics I mean the high value items, the ones that bring lots of happiness and joy for not a lot of money at all. In fact, I want to talk about 12 watches that I hope you will thoroughly enjoy. I want to talk about them in this video. The affiliate links will be in the description below the video, as well as the discount codes, specifically US discount codes and the rest of the world discount codes. And of course, I'll be leaving 3 watches that have stacking available. What that means is that basically you click into those watches and you can apply 2 sets of discount codes. So the platform code as well as a product code on top, meaning that you get double discounts, and they are absolutely massive. Anyways, now let's dive in and talk about these 12 in detail. Let's do it. First up is the Berny titanium diver. Firstly, this is an own design. Secondly, it's offered in titanium, like this piece, or in bronze. Usually a watch with this level of refinement and awesome visuals would charge at least that for stainless steel. Yet here, for the $130, we are getting titanium. This is an automatic, powered by Seiko NH35, a self-winding 24 joules, 21,600 beats per hour, and 42 hours of power reserve movement. We also get a signed screw and crown and a screw-down case back. Sapphire crystal as a matter of course as well. With regards to the dimensions, we get a diameter of 41 mm, a lug-to-lug length of 47.4 mm, a height of 11.8, and a lug width of 20 mm. The black ceramic insert is polished to glass-like gloss. The white 0 to 60 minute numerals are actually loomed, adding a chilly blue hue to the formidable luminosity of the hands, indices, and the honeycomb pattern of the dial. The elongated, almost oval case shape is nostalgic of an era long gone. Brushed and polished surfaces create unique light play effects. The domed sapphire crystal is seamlessly integrated into the polished fixed bezel. We get a functional Mecha Quartz chronograph with a sweeping seconds hand, 3 subdials and a tachymeter scale, screw and crown and a screw-down case back. My favorite spec are the half-links on this stainless steel bracelet. In regards to the dimensions, we get a case width of 40 mm, a lug-to-lug length of 47.2 mm, a height of 12.8, a lug width of 20 mm, tapering down to 18 at the clasp, and a weight of 140 grams before removing any links to fit my 6.5-inch wrist. Gazing down at the watch, it seems like the circular watch was squeezed on the flanks to stretch it into the slightly tonneau shape, with the barrel curved sides resembling an oval. This in itself is a design cue from the latter half of the 20th century, racing chronographs. This is the perfect daily all-rounder that can stand out at a cocktail event, be water-friendly at the pool, or enduring on a building site. Let me show you why. The SN017 gets a 316L stainless steel case and bracelet, mostly brushed to disguise the wear and tear marks. The notchy bezel grooves are also brushed. We get a flat slab of sapphire crystal with a sapphire cyclops. Anti-reflective treatment provides crystal clear legibility and one of the best lume longevity and brightness you have ever laid your eyes upon. In regards to the dimensions, we get a diameter of 40 mm, a lug-to-lug length of 50.7 mm, a height of 12.5 or 13.8 mm with the cyclops, a lug width of 20 mm, and a weight of 155 grams. The inspiration to this timepiece design is an iconic watch. The Saint Martin attempts to recreate the original vision with the family budget in mind. The square stance of the case profile, the white ceramic insert of the bezel, a 2.5 times magnification of the cyclops, and the black enamel dial support these efforts. Let's talk about the Addies dive AD2117. We get a fully 316L stainless steel construction. In fact, it's a seriously hefty diver, standing at 190 grams without any links removed. The case has ideal proportions, with case width of just 43 mm and a lug-to-lug length of 47 mm. The weight is mostly attributed to the meaty steel bracelet. The watch is powered by Seiko's NH35 automatic movement. That means it's hackable and gets a 42-hour power reserve. The dial is covered by a flat slab of sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating. Under the crystal is where most of the magic happens. The white textured dial is inspired by the omiwitari phenomenon, essentially the appearance of ridges or lines that form on the ice covering Lake Suwa in Japan. This phenomenon is described by legends of gods walking across the lake, hence the name omiwitari, which actually translates to God's Crossing. We get bright and long-lasting dual-tone lume, and what surprised me is the very precise and consistent 120-click unidirectional bezel. There's hardly any backplay here. We've got Pagani design PD1717, and this is as robust as it gets. It is a homage to Longines Spirit Automatic. The PD1717 goes for a practical and contemporary form factor. 38mm diameter is just right. Inverted end links provide for a modest lug-to-lug length of 46.7mm. This will accommodate even the most slender of wrists. The sapphire crystal here is also special, marked by a very subtle dome, creating the unique edge distortions when looking from the side. There are 4 dial color variations available: the light blue, the green, white and black. I felt like this blue dial provides the most interesting light play with the prominent sunburst effect. Also notice how good the contrasting is with the white on blue. The timepiece features a fully stainless steel case and bracelet. The 3-link bracelet is very fluid with good link articulation and still having high tolerances. We get a milled and signed clasp. Now these seem to be the norm on Pagani designed watches these days, yet still they're very much appreciated. It's also powered by the NH35 automatic, so 42 hours of power reserve, 21,600 beats per hour, dependable and reliable. And PD1751, and this is a Ranger homage. This is visually and aesthetically a treasure chest. The watch does get lots of premium components. Well, firstly, it's a completely stainless steel construction. It gets a bracelet held together by screw pins. It also gets a milled and signed clasp with 4 micro adjustments, a signed screw-down crown and a screw-down case back, powered on by a Japanese self-winding automatic, specifically the NH35. On top we get a prominent boxed sapphire crystal. The piano black dial under it with orange markers looks breathtaking. But there's more. The exhibition case back actually gets sapphire crystal as well, meaning that we actually get a sapphire sandwich. The Tandorio field watch. The standout features include sapphire crystal covering a vast array of dial options, from radially fading blue, grey, red, green and even caramel browns. But obviously here we've got the blue one. Astounding pricing really, considering it's a fully stainless steel construction. We get a screw-in crown and a screw-down case back. It's also powered by the Seiko NH35 at 24 joule, 21,600 beats per hour movement. It also gets 42 hours of power reserve. This watch is 200 meters water resistant. With regards to dimensions, we get a diameter of 39mm, a lug-to-lug length of 53 due to protruding male end links, a height of 12mm, a lug width of 20, but the bracelet tapers down to 18mm at the clasp. And the weight here, without removing any links to fit my 6.5-inch wrist, is 170 grams. This is quite the brute, a real field watch that can take a beating. Brushed case all over, brushed bracelet as well. Look at the profile. Notice the tall and finely brushed look. The fat lugs slant down aggressively. The tall fixed bezel supports the flat slab of sapphire crystal over the seemingly simple, yet at careful inspection, an intricately detailed dial. The 1 to 12 hour numerals are 3D-like due to the submerged backdrop. The gradient fading from the pinions to the perimeter is also special. The sterile white syringe hands provide stark contrast for crystal clear legibility. An elegant and chic style chronograph by Pagani design, specifically the PD1773, yet powered by a Seiko Mecha Quartz, meaning it gets a sweeping seconds hand, mimicking the fluid sweep of an automatic. The beauty of this movement is the pinpoint precision of up to 0.2 seconds. The PD1773 is a 38mm diameter watch, essentially the perfect size for wrist 5.5 inches and upwards. With a water resistance of 100 meters, the obvious wide set lugs and riveted 3-link bracelet design, the watch is very sporty. There are 3 color options available, the blue, white and this black. What I love on the black here is that we get numerals and indices in a salmon hue, and that just looks so special and elegant. Of course, we do get a domed sapphire crystal setup here with anti-reflective treatment applied. The sunburst dial is fun and lively, shooting light rays from the pinions across the chrono subdials to the rehaut. It also features a screw crown and a screw-down case back. The case is a mixture of brushed and polished surfaces. The flank presents the modest dimensions in full flare. A tight arch from one lug to the other, tall at the midsection and fainting low at the lug tips. The transition to the lug hoods are done via 45-degree polished bevels. These cut into the monolithic appearance, catching light and making for an elegant appeal. But another Pagani design, the PD1671, and this is a homage of an iconic watch. It's the sort of watch that looks significant and expensive in any setting. The fully stainless steel construction, a screw and crown, with that sexy royal red sleeve are just so darn luxurious. Mind you, this watch costs just $60. The watch also features synthetic sapphire crystal, a polished black ceramic bezel insert in a 120-click bezel. It gets 100 meters of water resistance, and it's powered by Seiko NH35, a self-winding automatic movement with 42 hours of power reserve. In regards to the dimensions, we get a diameter of 42 millimeters, a lug-to-lug length of just 47.5 millimeters due to inverted end links, a height of 15 due to the box sapphire crystal, and a lug width of 21 millimeters. The watch does get a rather large diameter, 42 millimeters, yet the lug-to-lug length is very modest due to those inverted end links, and I know I'm mentioning it again, but it's just wow. Such a significant piece, and yet it looks perfectly fine on my 6.5-inch wrist due to those inverted end links. We've got the Addies Dive AD2029. And this is a bold yet refined entry into the budget automatic watch market, offering an impressive set of specifications for just $60. Featuring a fully stainless steel construction, this watch sports a classic 39mm case diameter with a solid 100 meters of water resistance, ensuring it's as practical as it is stylish. The case thickness comes in at 13mm, largely due to its tall boxed hardlex crystal, which adds a subtle vintage aesthetic. At first glance, the glossy black sunburst dial immediately draws attention. The deep black finish shimmers under the different lighting conditions, creating a dynamic look that shifts between sleek elegance and sporty functionality. The applied batten indices and the Dauphine hands provide excellent contrast, ensuring legibility remains top-notch. At the 3 o'clock position, we have a neatly framed date window, small yet practical enough for everyday wear. Powering the AD2029 is the ever-reliable Seiko NH35 self-winding automatic movement. The Berny 2944M is a stunningly elegant dress watch that pays homage to classic timepieces with a vintage-inspired design. At just 7.5mm in height, this watch sits ultra-slim on the wrist, giving it a refined and sophisticated presence. The fully polished stainless steel case is complemented by a finely fluted bezel, reminiscent of high-end watches, and a flat mineral crystal that keeps the aesthetics clean and clear. One of the most striking aspects of this watch is the intricately patterned dial. The geometric texture radiates outwards from the center, creating a mesmerizing effect that plays beautifully with the light. It's a subtle but highly effective detail that elevates the watch beyond its budget-friendly price point. Paired with the elegant Breguet-style hands and applied indices, the dial is a masterpiece of vintage styling. The Berny 2944M is powered by the reliable Miyota 1L45 quartz movement, ensuring precise timekeeping with minimal maintenance. A small second subdial at 6 o'clock adds to its traditional charm. Measuring 38mm in diameter with a 45mm lug-to-lug length, the case is perfectly unisex. The black leather strap feels of high quality, with a polished and signed buckle that complements the watch's premium aesthetic. The WM212 features a fully stainless steel construction with a beautiful mix of finishes. The lug hoods are polished, adding a touch of elegance, while the case flanks are tall and brushed, emphasizing the watch's tool watch DNA. The contrast between polished and brushed surfaces give the watch depth and sophistication. The case profile is bold and slightly chunky, typical of a dive watch, but it maintains a balanced and lean wrist presence. With regards to the dimensions, we get a diameter of 41 millimeters, a lug-to-lug length of just 47 millimeters, a height of 12.2, and a lug width of 20 millimeters. The weight here is 155 grams. The piece is equipped with a 120-click unidirectional bezel, which offers firm and precise action. The ceramic bezel insert makes it highly scratch-resistant with a glossy sheen that catches the light. The dial is where the 212 really shines. Literally, it features a grainy texture with a gradient effect, transitioning from a bright sky blue hue at the center to a darker blue near the rehaut. This gives the dial a captivating sense of depth. At the 3 o'clock position, you'll find a framed date window, maintaining the dial's symmetry. The synthetic sapphire crystal has an anti-reflective treatment, ensuring clear legibility even under harsh lighting. So if you did like any of these 12, or if you hated all 12 or any of the 12, leave me a comment down below. But if you did enjoy the video, drop me a like as well. Now the affiliate links, as I mentioned earlier, are in the description below the video. Check them out if you're after some sharp prices, as well as check out the US discount codes and the rest of the world discount codes, as well as the link to my collection. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.